Today's video is going to focus on cycling, which is obviously one of the three key disciplines of the triathlon. And depending on the length of the triathlon that you're taking part in, as well as your proficiency on the bike or on the swim or on the run, it's going to be where you're spending probably at least 50% of your time. But there's probably three other reasons why I wanted to focus on cycling in today's video and why I love it so much. So first off, I feel like there's something quite liberating about being able to exercise and simultaneously explore your surroundings based off of your own power, right? And Singapore is a really good place to be able to do that. It's flat, it's warm, it has relatively safe roads, and you can be, in tropical greenery 1 minute and then riding down the coast the other. The second reason, and I don't necessarily want to speak for everyone here, but I feel like it's a sport with a lot of accessories, and maybe that's part of the attraction, right? Not just the type of bike that you want to buy, but everything else that goes along with it, whether that be the type of apparel that you want to wear, from the shoes to the helmet to the gloves, sunglasses, etc., etc. And of course, there's all the different types of brands and all the different types of bike parts that you can choose to invest in. And as a result, I feel like depending on your level of investment, as well as your proficiency on the bike, there's something that's available for everyone. And lastly, I think I just quite enjoy the peace and tranquility of an early morning cycle. So I like to try and get out on the road before 6:30 a.m. if I can. And there's a few additional reasons for that. One, it's obviously very hot and humid here in Singapore, so the earlier you can get out on the road, the cooler it's going to be. But also the road's obviously much quieter, which is if you want to have a bit more of a smooth, uninterrupted ride and maybe pick up a bit more speed, it's also great for that. But in addition, I think there's just a part of me that's a little bit OCD and quite likes to plan, and so I really enjoy the preparation of getting everything ready for an early morning cycle, and that starts the night before. So we're going to use part of this video to run through my process to set myself up for a successful ride. All right, so there are two things that I try and do before every single bike ride if I can. First, making sure the chain is oiled up, ride smoothly, and it's just good practice to take care of the bike chain anyway. And then secondly, make sure the tires are pumped up, because it makes your life a lot easier and you can go a hell of a lot faster. So there's a couple other things that I like to try and do the night before a ride. One is get all my kit ready and prepared and laid out. Might be a little bit OCD, but there's a couple of benefits. One is that it allows me a bit more time in bed, right? If I do that the night before, then do it in the morning. But also I'm going to be getting up pretty early, and my wife and daughter are still going to be asleep. So if it saves me making a little bit of noise, that's also a result. Cool, so let's run you through the kit that I need to get ready for the morning. So first of all, we've got my cycling shorts here. So padded cycling shorts for extra comfort. We'll keep that there at the bottom. Next up will be my cycling top. Nice white top. It's going to be dark when I'm cycling at the beginning, so a bit of extra visibility there is always good for safety. Pair of socks, obviously, and then I've got my cycling shoes, Van Rysel cycling shoes. I picked these up from Triathlon here in Singapore. And then obviously helmet. You can probably tell I've gone sort of Van Rysel everything to try and match up the branding. And then also got my cycling gloves too. And then last but not least, cycling shades. So having those all laid out, ready to go in the morning and go to bed at peace. And the other thing that I like to do the night before is to do a bit of stretching, a bit of mobility work. Just try and make sure that I'm not going to bed like with any muscle stiffness or soreness or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. See you in a sec. All right, good to get those stretches done. Something I was probably neglecting a little bit in my younger years, but now I'm 35, I think I've become more aware of the importance of stretching and recovery, and also just preparing for a ride the next day. So I'm gonna go ahead and get an early night because the alarm's set for about 5:30 tomorrow morning. So good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It's just gone 5:30 a.m. on this fine Saturday morning. I don't know, there's something quite rewarding and peaceful in a way about being up this early whilst it's still dark outside, whilst the family are still asleep. And yeah, it's going to be nice to be outside in nature. The sun will come up partway through my ride. I'm looking forward to capturing that. But to make sure I'm ready for the ride, I'm going to get some pre-ride nutrition in. And what I like to try and make sure I have is a combination of some caffeine, some carbs, and also some hydration to make sure I'm ready to go for the ride. So, one of my favorite things about getting out on a ride early in the morning in Singapore is you can be starting off in the sea, and within a handful of minutes, you're out by the coast here. Beautiful. Nice and peaceful. Just gone 7 a.m.